Today I'm wearing these cool aviator shades because they were loaned to me by the retired Colonel Air Force pilot sitting next to me, and he is taking me through my check ride to prepare me for my first solo flight all by myself. And they sat me down in a military-style debrief and went through every mistake I made in the air because they want to make sure that I am safe. I've been pilot training for about a month and a half in this flight school, and I am ready to take my very first solo flight.
You're good where you are. I got to take your logbook. I got to do a little bit of paperwork, and you'll be on your way.
My certified flight instructor, Jacob, over there is ready to send me on my first solo. He's spent the last month and a half training me. He's done a great job, and I am trying to calm my nerves.
Welcome to this exciting episode of Old School Values. I am your pilot in command, James, along with pilot monitoring. How have I forgotten your name right now, bro? Jacob.
A little nervous, eh?
And we've just completed a pre-solo flight checkout ride.
When we got back to the hangar, Jacob jumped out of the plane and endorsed my logbook for me to fly solo while I tried to calm my nerves. Well, I'm getting ready to do my first solo. My flight instructor is endorsing my logbook, which is necessary before you can solo. And I'll be taking off shortly here in 13 Foxtrot to do my first 3 loops through the traffic pattern, landing the airplane 3 times, all by myself. And Jacob here says I'm going to do great.
Yes, you will.
And then just like that, he closed the door and walked away. And with 6 weeks of pilot training, I'm expected to fly this airplane and get it back on the ground.
Avionics on, master beacon. Ag started, oil pressure's good, temps are good. Okay.
As you're flying as a pilot, you're supposed to talk your way through your checklist. Later on, you'll hear me talking to air traffic control.
Grab the ATIS.
1000, temperature 27, dew point 17, altimeter 2998. Information Yankee is current. Visual approach runway 24 in use, and use caution bird activity in all quadrants of the Flagler Airport.
Bird activity in all quadrants of the airport, indeed. Well, we've got Information Yankee. Let's begin rolling out on my first ever solo flight all by myself. I began pulling away from the hangar.
Can't believe I'm doing this all by myself today, finally, after all this time. Good morning, Flagler Ground. Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot at the Badlands, requesting taxi to runway 24. Student pilot first solo.
Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot, fly the ground, runway 24, taxi via Alpha. Altimeter 2997, information Zulu's current.
2997, we'll taxi to 24 via Alpha for 13 Foxtrot, student pilot solo.
Just a reminder that I am not a certified flight instructor, and this is not an instructional video. It has been edited for content.
Well, I've been learning to fly for the last probably couple months. I spent a couple months teaching myself, just watching stuff on YouTube, and then I started these classes exactly a month and a half ago. And I've had about 35 hours of instruction, 33 hours of instruction now. And this is my first solo, so this is a big deal. This is the first time that I will be flying this plane without somebody in the right seat. And it's pretty cool, Clear right, clear left. You steer a plane with the pedals, so that's what I'm doing. Keeping my crosswind correction in here. I wish I had brought my sunglasses today, but I did not.
If you love content like this is a great time to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this video to let people know that you love Jesus and you're excited about aviation.
Slow this down. These hangars here is where he said he's going to be sitting watching me. So there's that. He'll be there. My flight instructor, Jacob, will be watching what goes down. I don't have to do a run-up today because I already did one. Here we are, approaching runway 24. Good morning, Flagler Tower, Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot, student pilot first solo, holding short of Alpha, ready to take off on 24. We're going to be doing 3 closed traffic taxi backs.
Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot, Flagler Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, 6313 Foxtrot. Lights, camera, action. Get some power going here. I'm starting to sweat with it closed in here, and the vent's not working yet. As soon as we get in the air, the vents will be working. Grab my rag and clean the copious amounts of sweat off me. Okay, approach is clear. Final's clear. Runway 24 is confirmed by the numbers and by my compasses. Lining up with the runway. This is it, baby. First time.
Phoenix 286, left traffic.
Full takeoff power, heels on the ground.
Power of the Phoenix 286, if you can
maintain center line.
For approach, please.
T's and P's are good.
286, roger.
Looking for 55 on the rollout. And rotate. Stay over the runway, James. And we're maintaining the runway. Looking for VY. We are at VY 76. Little right rudder.
Kayak 13 Foxtrot, follow the traffic in front of you.
13 Foxtrot, follow the traffic in front of us, student pod. So get back on runway heading here. All right, we got a positive rate of climb at 700 feet a minute. There's 350 on altitude. Everything is looking good.
Sky 13 Foxtrot, runway 24, clear for the option number 2. Tower Phoenix 286.
There's 700.
We do a short approach, please. Phoenix 286, affirm short approach approved, no apologies. Short approach approved, runway 24, clear for the option number Phoenix 286.
Climbing for 1,000. Traffic pattern altitude, beginning downwind turn. Bringing our power back. Just like every other traffic pattern. Some real turbulence right there. It's all good. Little thermals on Florida heat there. Flagler Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot reporting left downwind 424. Student bound solo.
Kayak 13 Foxtrot, you're clear for the option number 1 now, runway 24.
Clear for the option, runway 24, number 1, Skyhawk 6113 Foxtrot. All right, car beat, power back to 1500. We're beating the numbers, so we're going to go 110, under 110, flaps 10. Oh my God, these thermals. This airplane definitely reacts differently without a second person in here. We're gonna do this just like every other time. There's 700, pitching for 70.
Here I've just entered my base leg just before final and my first touchdown.
Remain coordinated. And we're looking for 70. Bringing it around on the turn. Final is clear. Base turn complete. We're at 70. Second notch of flaps. Ooh, there they are. And we're beginning that last turn. Bringing the power back a little bit. We're a little fast for our final turn. Final is clear. And we're looking for 65 on the final.
The point of speaking things through as a pilot is to make sure you do them and any other pilots on board know what you're up to.
There we are. We're a little high. But looking good. Good picture. Okay, back to 1500. Under 85.
You can see I keep wiping my sweaty hands from contact with the plastic yoke.
65. You can see Jacob in the golf cart up there on the runway. Or on the field, I should say. By the hangars. All right, we got our glide scope. Down, 65, aim, airspeed, aim point. Airspeed, aim point, 65, and the 2-4.
The two things I'm focusing on are airspeed and aim point, how fast I'm going and where I'm supposed to land.
I can see Jacob in the little red golf cart over there at my 2 o'clock. Airspeed, aim point. Airspeed, aim point, and cut it.
From this perspective, the best indication of a good landing is how hard it bumps when I set it down, and you can see I greased it in for my first landing.
I feel like that one was good. Carpete. Flaps up. Back to center line. That was a good landing.
Skyhawk 13 Foxtrot, right on Charlie, contact ground.
13 Foxtrot, right on Charlie, contact ground. Open that door. Open this door.
It's official, I've landed an airplane and flown the traffic pattern all by myself, and I couldn't be happier. What an experience.
Turn into dive away for our crosswind correction. And we're past the hold short lines. Stop. Lights, camera, action. Post final checklist. Flaps up. Carpete off. Strobes and landing light, pitot heat off. Mixture as required. Trimmed for takeoff. Yes. Alt and squawk on there, and we go to ground. Good afternoon, Flagler ground. Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot. Holding short on Charlie after getting off at 24, requesting taxi back to 24.
November 6313 Foxtrot, Flagler ground, runway 24, taxi via Echo, Alpha, cross runway 11.
Echo Alpha, cross runway 11, 6313 Foxtrot, student pilot solo.
And then it was time to do it twice more.
Skyhawk 13 Foxtrot, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway 14, clear for takeoff. Runway 24, clear for takeoff. 13 Foxtrot, student pilot solo.
But this time I felt much more confident and relaxed, and I was ready to roll out on the runway and take off.
Approach is clear.
Flagler Tower,
Runway's clear.
500 and contact Daytona departure 125.8. Have a good day. Runway heading up to 1,500.
4 is confirmed.
Departure. Projector 5. Have a good one.
And full takeoff power. Flagler Tower, heels on the floor. T's and P's are in the green.
Project 399.
Airspeed's alive.
50 option.
Rotating 55.
Maintain 1,500.
Maintaining center line.
For the option, runway 24, 5 runway heading.
Runway
1,500, project 399.
55, there we go. Definitely got some gusts there. Getting back over the runway. Climbing for 76. That was exciting. Ripped the airplane.
Foxtrot, left traffic.
13 Foxtrot, left traffic, student pilot first solo.
This lap was pretty uneventful, so we'll skip right to the landing. By this point, I have almost 80 landings, and I'm pretty comfortable coming in on this approach. It's a stabilized approach. The red and white lights off to the light are telling me that I'm doing good, and all I gotta do is lay it down really nicely on the runway.
Done. 10.24. Wait for that center line.
The landing process is simple. As you come in, you do a round out, which is pretty much flying above the center line, and then a flare where you pull the nose up slightly, drain off some speed and touch it down. And you heard what our fighter pilot calls the squeak squeak of the tires touching the runway, as we set it down a little harder than I would have liked.
Early.
Well, give me a call back in about 10 minutes from here outside Delta. Landing 6313 Foxtrot, continue on to Charlie, contact ground.
13 Foxtrot onto Charlie, contact ground, student pilot solo.
And we skip ahead a bit to where I had to wait before takeoff because there were some birds in the way. A bunch of birds get on the runway constantly around this airport, so I took a moment to film them.
Skyhawk 631 Foxtrot, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Skyhawk 6313 Foxtrot, runway 24, clear for takeoff. Student pilot first solo. Lights, camera, action. And he's off. Full takeoff power set. T's and P's in the green. And meter's good. Airspeed's alive. Looking for 55 on rotation. There's 55. Looking for 76 VY on climb out.
One thing I thoroughly enjoy about flying is how peaceful it is. It's so beautiful up here in the air. God's creation is so amazing, and there's a deep peace about being up here in the air flying along. It's so beautiful. I just can't believe I get to do this. I've gotten completely comfortable with landings at this point, and I can just see it. I can just see it. I can see the private pilot's license getting finished and getting to fly my brothers around and transport missionaries, do humanitarian flights, do whatever I can do to make the world a better place through being a pilot. Not a perfect landing, but pretty smooth. I'll take it.
Report 4 mile final, runway 24, Blue Phoenix 289.
Good afternoon, Flagler Ground 6313 Foxtrot. Hold short on Charlie off 24, looking for taxi back to the Badlands.
November 6313 Foxtrot, Flagler Ground, taxi to the Badlands via Charlie Delta Golf Foxtrot, cross runway 11.
Charlie Delta Golf Foxtrot, cross 1113 Foxtrot, student pilot solo. Yeah, bro, we did it. Super easy, like it was nobody's business. Super great. Yeah, we got it done, guys. I've wanted to be a pilot for a long time, but I never really thought I would do it. I want to be able to fly Christian missionaries around the southeast United States so that I can train them to go do missionary work in 30 different countries. We have a lot of events like the Global Spiritual Warfare Conference, the Global Sisterhood Conference, the 43 Leadership Conference, and it would be very helpful for me to be able to transport people across the eastern United States. Also, I go out and preach a lot, and I travel a lot every weekend. I'm doing between 12 and 36-hour round trips. It's just crazy, and being able to fly would make it go a lot faster. A local flight club is $135 a month and $135 an hour. I'm pretty sure I could afford that to be able to go out and get places a lot farther faster. That'll be my goal.
Now it's time to pull back up to the hangars and see what my certified flight instructor had to say about the landings he just watched me do. You tell me. You're the pro. I'm just.
Looks good. Good. A little flat on a couple.
I did sort of land on the nose on one of them and bounced around. I noticed the second was the second one. Are we done for the day?
We are done.
Hold on. Roger that. Well, I felt great. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. It was a good flight, and now I'm going to get out. I do the wipe down. We are in Florida, so there's lots of bugs, and you cannot eat bugs on the airplane. You gotta wipe it down. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm officially getting my one stripe student pilot epaulets post solo student pilot. I can now fly alone all by myself. My next flight will be an hour-long flight by myself without Jacob here. And very cool. First stripe has been earned. Let's do this one right here. Thank you. You're awesome, bro. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.